Ms. Wright?
Okay. Page 19, Sims, come on up. You said 28?
Yes, that Wednesday.
We're expecting a Mr. Lester, right? Lawyer.
I'm not sure, Judge.
Isn't it the last page on the document?
No, not that I can see.
All right, good morning, Mr. Sims, right? Sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
On March 16th, 2025 at 929 Gessner Road in Harris County, Texas, the Memorial Herman Tower NICU, the officer made contact with the complainant. The complainant stated the defendant, the father of the child, was staying overnight at the NICU with their child. The complainant stated that when she arrived, she observed their child to be in the bed with a blanket fully covering the child's face. The complainant stated that she pointed this out to the defendant, which upset him. The complainant stated that she then asked to remove the blanket from their baby's face, which the defendant refused. The complainant stated that she then moved towards the baby carriage to remove the blanket, to which the defendant stepped in her way and pushed her back. The complainant stated that she reacted by pushing him back. The complainant stated that the defendant then cocked back his arm and punched her in the face with a closed fist, striking her on her left forehead near her temple. The complainant stated that she felt pain from the punch. The complainant stated that the hospital staff overheard the commotion and escorted the defendant off the premises. The officers observed a small mark on the complainant's forehead where she stated she was struck.
Okay, Mr. Sims, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. It appears a protective order has been issued. I would get to know it. If you do something to violate the protective order, the state can and will probably file a violation of a protective order against you. It's one of the worst cases you can pick up. Do you understand? Do we know whether she wants to have contact with him or not?
We have not been able to make contact.
Okay, I don't know if she wants to have contact with you, so at this point in time, I'm going to order you not to have any contact with her and not to be in possession of weapons. If you violate this, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. I will do everything in my power to protect every single person in this county. Do you understand, Mr. Sims?
Yes, John.
Now, you have a lawyer. Because you have a lawyer, I will waive your appearance. It is your responsibility to stay in touch with Ms. Wright, and she will tell you if and when you have to come back to court. If she tells me that you've gone AWOL, she can't get a hold of you, you're ducking and dodging phone calls, I will issue a warrant for that. Don't pick up any new cases. It will not go well if you do. For now, we'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. I'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we generate your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Please.
Right.
Can you file me?
Go ahead and sign for the reset. All right, Judge, next is top of page 19. Rosas, come on up.
Judge, can I take him out real quick and just tell him something and I'll have him come back?
Absolutely.
This way.
Joshua Rosas.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Rosas, you're charged with harassment. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
On March 20th, officers were dispatched to a burglary of a residence in progress located at 12719 Greenshire, Houston, Harris County, Texas. The complainant stated that on Friday, she ended her dating relationship with the defendant. The defendant continued to call and text her throughout the day. The complainant stated that the defendant showed up unannounced at the listed location and attempted to enter the residence through the bathroom window. The complainant explained that the defendant opened the bathroom window and threw a stick inside the home. Officers observed multiple calls and text messages on the complainant's phone. On March 16th, 2025, there were 3 missed calls. On March 17th, 2025, 1 missed call. And on March 19th, 2025, an estimated 109 or more missed calls. The officers noted text messages from the complainant on March 16, 2025 with statements saying, "Leave me alone and please don't bother me anymore." The officers observed approximately 69 text messages from the defendant to the complainant on March 19th, 2025. The complainant stated she is in fear for her safety.
Mr. Rosas, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case, and I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to attempt any contact with this person and not to be in possession of weapons. I don't want you to go within 1,000 feet of where this person lives or where this person works. If I find that you do, I will put you in jail, and I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to make your bond so high you'll have hair falling out. Do you understand?
Yes, Your
I
Honor.
will protect every person in my county. I don't know. I don't care what color, who you are. Do you understand? Do you have the red pen in this case? When is the last time you talked to her? Is it continuing?
So,
I mean, Judge, we haven't spoken to her yet. I did place a phone call. I haven't heard back from her. That being said, our victim assistance coordinator is in contact with her.
I'd
So
like
we
to
can
know
know
if it's still continuing, because if it is, I'm gonna put a monitor on his ankle. If it is stopped, then I'm not going to. So perhaps maybe later on, you guys, if you don't mind reaching out just to make sure that it's stopped. And we'll go from there. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, Mr. Rosas? Sorry?
Say that again?
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer?
Can I get an appointed one?
You have to qualify. We don't give them like it's candy on Halloween. You have to actually qualify. So what I can do is I can have Deputy Miranda give you an application. I need to know everything about you. How much money you make a month, how much money you have in the bank, what kind of car you drive. Fill it out, put everything on there, and then I'll take a look to see if you do, then I'll give you a lawyer. I'll have you go with Deputy Miranda now. I'll have you sign a receipt. Victoria will have you take a seat. Do not leave until you sign our bond conditions. Please.
Go ahead and sign for your reset. All right, Judge, next is page 8, Paul.
So
Come on
do you
up.
mind filing those conditions, please? No contact, no weapons, no going within 1,000 feet. You say Hall?
Yes, Judge, page 8.
Good morning, Ms. Hall.
good morning.
Ma'am, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Oh, you're also charged with evading arrest in a motor vehicle. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
On March 19th, 2025, an officer observed a vehicle on Northwest Freeway in Harris County, Texas. The defendant was stopped at a red light when the officer was stopped at a red light when the officer's traffic signal changed to green. The officer began to go through the intersection and observed a vehicle at a high rate of speed disregard a solid red light. A traffic stop was initiated. The defendant refused to stop and continued to accelerate from units to actively evade and lose units. The defendant ran a red light and made a left turn, then traveled the wrong way through a U-turn, then continued down the street at a high rate of speed. The officers continued to pursue the defendant with emergency equipment activated at speeds over 100 miles per hour. The defendant continued to accelerate through multiple red lights, turned her headlights off and drove in circles under the highway and drove the wrong way on the service road while attempting to evade from the officers. The pursuit came to an end when the defendant turned onto a dead-end road. The defendant tried to go around the officer's vehicle and struck the front end of the patrol vehicle. The defendant evaded for approximately 5 to 4 miles. A loaded handgun was found in the glove box of her vehicle.
Ms. Hall, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Can you run her license, see if she has a license, please?
Yes, Judge.
I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to drive maniacally again. If I find that you drive like this, I'm going to put you in jail the first thing, and then I will take your ability to drive away from you permanently while this case is open. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I am ordering you not to be in possession of any weapons.
Her driver's license is eligible to go.
Okay. Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am?
I have a court appointed already. I met with her Monday when I came to court.
That may be in your felony case, but just because you have one in a felony case doesn't mean that you have one here.
Okay, may I apply for one?
Okay, I'll give you, Deputy Miranda, I'll give you an application. I'm gonna have you sign a receipt with Victoria while we take a seat in the jury box while we generate your bond conditions. Do not leave until you sign them,
Yes, sir.
please. So no driving without a valid license and liability insurance and then no weapons.
Thank you.
Is that it, Vic?
No, Judge, next is page 15, Perez, come on up.
Good morning, Ms. Perez. Ma'am, you're charged with prostitution. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Officer, as part of a proactive prostitution investigation, was driving around the 32nd hundred block of Tidwell Road. The officer rolled down his window near the defendant and the defendant approached. The defendant offered and agreed to engage in deviant sexual conduct in the form of performing oral sex for a fee of $100.
Okay. Ms. Perez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you not to engage in like behavior. Otherwise, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail. You understand, ma'am? Do you need a lawyer? Can we provide you a lawyer?
Oh, yes, please.
Okay, I need you to fill out an application. Deputy Etchigoin is going to give you an application. I need you to fill it out for me. I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box while we find you someone. Do not leave until you sign their bond conditions. Okay.
Go ahead and sign, please. All right, Judge, next is page
Aye, aye,
23.
aye.
Walker, come on up.
You're Mr. Walker. Sir, Detrick Walker.
Yes, sir.
Sir, you're charged with assault of a family member. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you can afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
All right. On Wednesday, March 19th, 2025, officers were dispatched to a call for service at 10219 Rolston Lane in Harris County, Texas, regarding disturbance. Upon the arrival, the officer spoke to the complainant. The complainant and the defendant had been roommates since January of this year, and the complainant stated that her boyfriend, the defendant's brother, were arguing about his friend being in their house as they were in the bedroom. All of a sudden, the defendant walked into her room and started talking about rent money. The complainant stated that the defendant started getting in her face, but she was backed away because she was afraid that the defendant would hit her. The defendant ended up grabbing the right side of her jeans and pulling her off the bed and dropped her to the ground, causing pain on her back. The complainant stated the defendant threatened her, stating, "I will break your jaw and make you call 911. The defendant stated her boyfriend and her friend separated to prevent a further altercation and that she wanted to press charges.
Mr. Walker, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with the case. I'm ordering you now as a condition of your bond not to have any contact with this person. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of weapons. A protective order has been issued in this case. You need to get to know it. If you do something to violate this protective order, the state can and probably will file additional charges against you. It's one of the worst cases that you can pick up, a violation of protective order. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I will protect my county at all costs. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you are. I will put you in jail and make your bond sky high. You become a problem and you endanger my community. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the ability to hire lawyers, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we're going to reset your case to give you time to hire a lawyer. So I will have you go to Victoria, sign and reset. I'll then have you take a seat in the jury box. We'll get your bond conditions, we'll have you sign it, and then you'll be free to go. Please.
It's the last, that's the last one.
Okay. Ready? So can you file no contact?
Yes, sir.
I have an off-docket bond I need to approach on. It is 2503529, last name Broussard. And if I could politely ask you to kill the live stream, because there'll be a lot of HIPAA information.
I'm so sorry. Can I get a pause?
It's okay.
Good news. On the docket today, last name is Corillo. This was the 15-year-old DWI with the MRP.
Okay.
You required her to complete 3 tasks, which she did. With your permission, I'd like to approach
Sure.
to give you your copies.
Did she do the DW education plan?
Yes, that's their certificate with the DWI
Right.
education.
Her insurance and her ID, I didn't see a copy of
That's
the
their,
education.
that's the
Here, right here.
insurance.
That's it. Should do it.
And this is the new temporary license. She has to go back in a week to do the driving test, but they did give her her temporary driving permit.
Right.
And this is just the statement from DPS, the fees were paid, and there's no compliance requirements left for her to do.
Okay. Did she have anything else? Or what? Is it on docket today?
Yes, sir.
It's under where.
I'm sorry.
Noah,
Box.
Angela?
Oh, you just said, do those three things, come back, and you were just gonna terminate.
Okay. Anything, was she missing anything in this?
No, sir. She just started, it was she was on probation back in 2015. And you just wanted her to do the DWI education.
And get the license back, yeah,
And
with
you wanted-
insurance, okay, set there. Good job, Mr. Bob.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Judge.
Okay.
Let me just make sure that- Copies of this, the rest of this.
Okay, thanks. Do you need us to stay?
You were at right now, right? Okay, you don't see. Sitting over there?
Mr. Baez,
Yeah.
So, we're gonna get more agency and then on site, so.
Good morning, sir.
hey, bud,
Hey, Judge, I have a case, it's not on docket today. It's set next Tuesday.
what's the last name?
The last name is Perez.
Correct. Yeah, uh. What's the first name? Oh,
Tina.
Tina. I don't see it. 252. Let me give you a call number.
Okay.
252-1765.
252.
1765.
One judge without doctor.
It's on for 4-1.
Right, Judge. It is off docket. If you've got time, Judge, I can wait till the end of docket. I wanted to,
No, tell
I
me,
wanted to see if you,
what do you need?
yes, Judge. So I filed a motion for continuance of that trial setting, Judge. It is like slightly a personal familial situation, if you don't mind reviewing it. But otherwise, I have been in touch with the state on it. And I could come by, Judge, if I need to in person.
I see your motion, Mr. Baez, but I'm going to counsel you on this, though. You only get one. I'm not going to give you another one. You know?
Oh, yes, sir.
I will grant your motion now, but if you come back, and it doesn't matter if it's the same thing, I'm not going to do this again, though. You get
No, I
one,
understand, Judge.
okay?
Yes, sir.
So we're set for trial April 1st, which is next Tuesday. So how about May 6th?
Yes, sir.
Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
What about you guys? Well, you're not gonna be here, I guess. Just make sure you put it in the notes so that you guys get everything subpoenaed properly and done, you know? Hey, Blaze, so we have a trial setting on Perez for
Yes.
Tuesday.
Yes.
I
I spoke with counsel.
I'm gonna grant it. I'm gonna set it for May 6th, so just be ready with motions and stuff, you know, because that's past it.
Yeah, you know, I was gonna eval it before then too, and see. what we
Okay.
could do.
All right, we got you.
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, State. Appreciate it, guys.
Sorry.
So, okay. Yeah. Is Fleischer out tomorrow? Do you know? Fleischer and Shelton? I'm not sure. Brock was here earlier on a plea, but he took off. Do you have plea paperwork?
I have plead for Jasmine Roberson,
Yeah.
but they haven't approached to get anything.
Brandon also. After you guys, yeah. I read that. Yeah.
Your call for this. Yeah.
Hey. That's right. This is for February.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
And I mean, everybody's got, everybody, so I don't know what, you know?
Yeah,
Let's look
quarterly
at,
has to maintain that range quarterly.
let's see.
Mhm.
January.
Mhm.
So just for, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, it's really.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like to wait until I get these. That way I know that they don't need to see Victoria, they don't need to see anybody else. They just need to see me. I get what they're here. Or not, they'll constantly advertise. And then they get very good at big. Yes, I've heard. I mean, good. She.
Yeah.
I just noted, my packets. And it's still waiting on what agency are. Yes. Yes. Or you're waiting on silvers, but still.
No, you're good. Thank you. You're at 172, so you'll have to search and see how much time it takes.
Today? Okay.
Nothing number one.
I have, but I didn't. Yeah, I mean. So when she's of course, yeah. Yeah.
No, I mean, the litigation and everything was submitted now. No, I don't think that should call love, but first I got this. Yes, yes, I just like to make sure that I keep her sheet and then. No, perfect. I'll be waiting for it. Thank you.
Basically, it's not all from you, it's not all to do like that. I haven't seen something. So she said, that, you know, we have at the office. So she. We'll give it the same. Yeah. But let's see. So that's why that's not against that. Oh, it's right. But it's on this.
Yeah, I saw that for sure. I was like, I used to.
Dash and I should be able to look at this, you don't want to take that?
Yeah.
The inner data system.
Yeah.
That's what's.
I've never changed it. Wow.
I didn't set meeting today. Oh, okay.
I don't think I'll find out until after.
Yeah.
They try at 3:10 and. Right?
You know, we under. These I can. The main hook
Okay, is discovery.
yes.
The one we on this.
Yes.
All right, wait for clearing water. Except for this.
That's not the true number.
Oh, man.
Clerk Smith.
Yes.
Oh, come on. Good morning. Yes. What's new?
I am here on Mr. David Emmanuel on a reset request. Status is two things. We're still waiting on a piece of discovery.
No. It's 180 days. We have, really waiting on discovery?
Yes, Judge. We sent in a request for the dash cam. It says it exists.
I'm
on
setting
the-
it for a 10-day discovery hearing. Subpoena the officer here. If it's not here,
Okay.
it's just, I don't care. That's it. It's over.
We've also submitted a DWI PTI packet. Everything's the direction it may go, but that was submitted today to the
If they don't
state.
have everything here by 10 days, then
Gotcha.
it's gutted. So, okay, so just pick, the 10th day, whatever you want, and then we'll go from there.
All right, thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Hi, Sylvia. You ready? Yes, ma'am. Good morning.
Morning. How are you doing this morning? Good. I'm approaching on Mr. Guillermo Gonzalez Piña.
Okay.
We submitted the DWI PTI application and we're still waiting for a decision from Judge Guys.
Everything is in, Judge.
Okay. Let's set it off another week. And then if they don't have a decision in a week, I'll send an email, say, hey, what's going on? And then we'll waive it.
Exactly.
Yes. Don't worry about it.
So can I approach your Zoom and can my person?
That's what we have.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused, sir? Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
We got it.
Morning, counsel. You ready?
Yeah.
Judge, I'm here on behalf of Christopher Roberts. He had a screening test this morning. The results are negative.
Okay. So where are we headed?
We already have a plea agreement agreed to, Your Honor. We have a plea agreement.
Do you want to do it today or do you want to wait another setting?
If it's possible to do today, would be wonderful. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you filed the paperwork?
Not yet, Judge.
Do you mind doing that?
Yeah.
So what we'll do, they'll file the paperwork.
Okay.
We'll call them up to swear.
Okay.
Get it done?
Thank you, sir.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
What's your bar number so I can get your phone? Yes, please, yeah.
She did.
I'm actually volunteering. Straight up. So she wants to go to this. I'm not, so I'm gonna make sure that it's not very good.
Awesome.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bail order for Monday that you signed for Omar said. Not the 5,002, but on the bail order, you put 5,030. Could you change the amount so we can reflect 5,002?
Yeah.
Those, you did 5,002 for both.
Isn't that's the, the thing is because then I noticed that he had missed 3 times, not twice. That's why I did that. What's the cost number real quick?
252
Okay.
0516.
Let's see.
Still has to sign the bond condition.
You can always raise or lower the amount depending.
Sure.
One.
I just went off whatever you wrote on the docket, so I just wanted
I requested one, wait, don't even know.
Yeah, impending docs.
Okay, yeah, so I guess let's do the 5,002.
Are ready for activity.
Yep, okay. Got it.
Thank you.
Sure.
Take that and check this. Okay. Okay, hey, I got one of your cards.
Oh, yeah, I get them. Motion to this.
This many.
The administration is motion to just look at it. That's just the to age. So now I can do the 14. Hit the white box and then the 13.
This one doesn't need that.
Now the or so. You would have to put that.
Okay, how is?
Down that one.
Actually, really.
They'd like to show.
This one is good.
Okay. Minor conditions. Thank you. Thank you. Ray John Sims. This way. Vanessa Perez. You can choose amendments or certain returns before you put it on. Thank you.
I've seen it before that you can set it on. Chapter and change. Well, like. Yeah, but I'm not entirely, but I think that. Now. I will say this is pretty struggling to.
Yeah.
You know, so. I think you guys can solve it until you can get back. Because this one. Then.
Well, I told her I was. So I have to go inside.
Okay. Okay, I don't understand if I But yeah, all right, I will. As soon as you get that information. Oh, yeah. No, I just. No, yeah, thank you. Yeah. No problem. Thanks for voting for us. Thanks for us. Sure. So, oh, are doing the whole T-Rouse so, I'm gonna go and come back. Is that okay? It's been. Two situations.
Sure.
One was. Somebody accepted charges. But there's never. It's too long. So I don't know if that was perfect. What was going on there? Just. Is it possible they also? And I'll change the after. This was all. And then this other thing.
Yeah.
She told me.
All right.
Oh, no.
There's somebody in line. One Spanish. See. Yes, I'm not sure that he has signed them yet.
Right,
So
he
he had
has-
a date in his, yeah. How's June 3rd, is it up there? June 3rd? Yes. But it's somebody else's. No, it's somebody else. It's last name. Huh? You're welcome.
Ja, mag du det? Right. Because I saw Mr. Dixon, he knows already, okay. But he couldn't-
It's a touchdown. It's a touchdown.
Okay, well, he keeps telling me. And then I talked to him.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna follow her up. All right, Judge, are you ready for a Spanish arraignment?
Sure.
Page 25, Zambrano.
Buenos días. ¿Cómo se escucha? Ah, pues está bien. ¿Cómo se escucha?
Zambrano?
Señora Zambrano. Sí, yes.
Zambrano.
Señora Zambrano.
That
Señora.
you were facing up to
Rojo.
6 months in jail and or,
Mrs.
I'm sorry, up to a year in jail and or a $5,000, $4,000 fine.
$1,000 de multa.
We're going to do
Vamos a hacer las
in silence.
Safe
animal used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one,
Si no puede comprar uno, se le asignaría uno.
Quiet for the interpreter. On March
Dice
19th,
el 19 de marzo de 2025,
an officer was
un oficial
dispatched to a nail salon
un
in Harris
salón
County,
de
Texas.
uñas en el condado de Harris, Texas.
The officer
El
spoke to the
oficial habló
complainant,
con el quejante,
who stated
que
that she
dijo
had
de
just
que
finished
ella había acabado
getting her nails done at the
hacer
nail
sus
salon
uñas
and accidentally left her
accidentalmente
phone in
dejó su
seat 3.
teléfono en la
The-
silla número 3.
The complainant
El
returned to
quejante
the nail
regresó
salon
allí
and asked if anyone would
y
help find
preguntó
her
si
phone.
le ayudarían a buscar su teléfono.
No one helped,
Nadie le
so
ayudó,
the
entonces
complainant
la
called the
quejante
police.
le llamó a la policía.
The officer
El
reviewed
oficial
video
revisó
footage.
el video.
The complainant's
Y el
phone
quejante, el
in a silver
teléfono
phone case
en un
was
caso
laying on the
estaba
handrest of
allí
seat
en
3.
la cinta del número 3.
The video
El
showed the
video
defendant
demostró que la
placed
demandada
2
puso
binders
dos
on top of the
cosas
complainant's
en medio
phone
del teléfono de la
and
quejante
moved
y
both
movió los
binders
dos
along with the phone.
libros junto con el teléfono.
The defendant later
La
handed the
demandada
phone
le
to
dio
her
el
12-year-old
teléfono
daughter.
a la niña de 12 años.
The defendant
La
denied
demandada
having the phone.
negó haber tenido el teléfono.
The defendant's
La
daughter stated
demandada,
that
la
the
hija,
phone was
dijo que el teléfono
located
estaba
in the
localizado
trunk of the
en
defendant's
el
vehicle
vehículo
and
de la
returned it to
cajuela
the
y se
complainant.
lo regresó a la
The
quejante.
value of the
El
phone
valor del
was
teléfono era de
$1,200.
$1,200.
daughter today.
No, Judge.
Zambrano, I'm going
Señora
to
Zambrano,
sufficient
voy a
probable cause to go
averiguar que
forward
es
with your
suficiente
case.
razón culpatoria
I'm
para
now
seguir
ordering
con
you
el
as a condition of
Ahorita
your
ordenado
bond
con
not to have
condición de
any
su
contact with the complaining witness in this case, not to go back to this location. And I tell you now, I usually order no contact with any other parties to this case, which would include your 12-year-old daughter.
hija de 12 años.
I'm also ordering you not to be in possession of weapons as well.
Para armas de juego igualmente.
No place called.
El lugar de uno se nombraba
Sorry, Judge. It's not stated in the office report, but I'm looking it up right now.
Campbell.
Mr. Make sure he's slept time.
Nails for you.
No, it's for you.
You're not to go back to nail. You are not to go back to nails for you. I don't know what your immigration status is, but if you're not in this country with permission and you go to jail and immigration finds you, they will put a detainer on you and you will be stuck like Chuck in custody until this case is over with. And then they ship you off to immigration. Do you understand? If I find that you pick up any new cases, you violate any of these conditions, I will revoke your bond and put you in jail.
I mean, that's not. So much.
Do you have the ability to hire a lawyer, ma'am?
Yes.
You're going to reset the
Le
case
vamos
to
a
give
dar
you
un
time to
nuevo
hire a
fecha
lawyer.
para ocupar un
So
abogado.
have you sign a reset in Victoria? After that, I'm going to have you take a seat in the jury box while we get your bond conditions. We'll have you sign it, and after that, you'll be free to go. Do not pick up any new cases. Do not endanger my community, otherwise it will not go well for
Si
you.
no le va a ir muy bien.
Please. So I'm filing those conditions. Mackenzie,
Yes, Judge.
I'm filing those conditions for you.
Yes. Judge. I get it. Judge, Greg is in the waiting room. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Two, five, five.
Let me look at it.
Correct. Is appropriate. Which will probably be inappropriate.
Hey, Judge, can you hear me?
Sorry to keep you waiting. I had a window open. I didn't see you.
No worries.
What's up?
So I only got one new one today. She's in custody. It's an Amanda Eldridge. It's a PCS. Looks like she's already had prior to this an MAJ that was filed for the same type of, possibly same
Last
type.
name? Oh, I see it, Eldridge.
Eldridge, page 29.
I have to set a bond. It looks like it's at no bond now.
Okay.
Guys, do you mind bringing up Miss Eldridge, please?
Thanks, Judge. It looks like she's, yeah, reintegration court.
He's on felony probation now out of the two.
Yeah,
for,
and I looked at the MAJ. I don't know if felony's going to amend it because it did not list the new law violation. It had missed meetings.
She has court April 9th, so it looks like they've already done something.
Okay.
Let me see.
Thank you. Okay, so that clarifies. I'll get a new one.
Joshua Rosas?
So a motion was filed on 3/10 of this year.
I'm having signed for the bond conditions, just signed for the bond. I sign up later.
And the bond is set at 10,000 upstairs.
Your bond condition. Process not to publish your training. Make sure it's set. You don't have to. Let me know when you come back. We're just going to contact you.
Kayla, do you mind if I get a PSR on Miss Eldridge here, please? She's in custody. Obviously. All right, good morning, Miss Eldridge. I'm bringing you out because we're talking about you. It's only fair that you hear what's going on.
Yes, sir.
Ma'am, you stand charged with us with possession of a controlled substance I don't know what's happened in your case. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. I've appointed you a lawyer. Your lawyer is here with you, but he's on Zoom, so that you know you're not here alone. Greg, sorry,
May I talk to my lawyer first?
I'm okay with that.
Call the
Yeah.
back, Judge.
What number do you want him to call?
You gotta get the other number on that.
3198.
Call 3198, and then as soon as you're done, come back and then we can, I guess, do probable cause at that point.
What are the first numbers? I always forget, Judge.
It's 927, 832-927.
Okay, got it. Should I give it a few minutes? They gotta take her.
I guess I should have chatted.
Oh, and Judge, I did send you a direct message when you get a chance.
Yeah, all right. You know, I'm kind of slow sometimes, you know?
Yeah, it's
I
more
guess
for the
just so you know.
reset, just so you
Let me know
know.
if you're done.
So.
All right.
You sorry, could?
Yeah.
Justice, repop.
Did you pay your body payment?
Yeah.
All right, did the state make an offer? Talked about the Saturday? We didn't really.
So have you got the target?
It's his case, that's what
Yeah.
I'm asking. Austin.
Yeah.
So the discovery says.
It's just the deal, the card.
90% sure.
She's like, hey,
Then it's to consider all.
I see another thing that the gentleman is out there waiting on.
Cross, please.
Yeah.
What is it?
His name is Robert.
Robert's here. Are you ready? Yeah, he's here ready. Okay.
I just need him to come up.
Mr. Behart, are you ready? Coming up, we'll have you sign and we'll get you guys out of here.
Christopher Roberts.
First, one, required appearance off.
Over here.
I'm sorry, we need you guys to sign.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're Christopher Roberts? Yeah.
Victoria, I'm sending you a text.
Sorry, I need you to speak with information. About information. So forwarded. Fill that out and I'm listening to you.
You made an offer of cocktail.
Yeah.
Would you do it on yours?
Yeah, just do it, see what I say now.
Okay. But he's been to prison.
Yes.
But not on parole.
Okay, let me just.
Hey, Shreya, I think she got a pump.
Yeah. Yeah.
Confirming it now, but I want to say they got it to
With Sylvia.
2006. Okay.
I'm confirming it now because I asked Sylvia to confirm for me so that,
Last time I talked to Sylvia, she said, yes, she can have it and she goes back.
I'm waiting on her to let me know definitively.
Sylvia's the only one that does.
She's the only one that she's great. She's amazing. I know. You don't have to.
I was like, Sylvia's amazing.
Yes, she is.
Probably has a lot. Which is, she's been full and
No, I can't even.
And it is a little unusual, it's like she's still getting up to wait for her head. To get into education. That's right. She's there doing it right now. Like.
We have a Campbell.
Let's put the part about this.
He'll.
And I was very, very.
You're gonna ask him, because he's gonna address it.
Okay.
Paper all over there, rinse it, sign it, and then we'll take it off the, we'll do work with the. It's a big, all over there. It's a waiver certificate. Right on top. It's getting out. I know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I know, it just,
Maybe like, that's how you're supposed to do it, like, ridiculous. Yeah, whatever, and like that, yeah, I think it's safer, so saying, girl, you'll hear, they don't know. They don't know. They just like, we should stick here.
you ready?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, do you mind? He's got, okay.
Judge, can you sign bond conditions for Dasher Walker?
Campbell. Hey, James, are you ready to restate yours? All Bill,
Can I come back? Because I'm so confident
about Concord?
about all of mine. You're right, man. They're not here soon.
Yeah, they're waiting for appearances.
Yeah. We're back. This. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, bother with full face again.
I
I think that's. So, I mean, okay. You don't need Patrick Walker, come on up. Yeah. Oh, she's come up here. Yes, come up here.
All right, so, great.
Yes.
Thanks. So Ms. Eldridge, we're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
On March 23rd, 2025, at approximately 3:05 p.m., officers responded to a theft at Nordstrom Rack. The officers gave a description of the vehicle involved in the theft, and the officer located the vehicle, which was occupied by a male and female. The officer asked the defendant if she had any property inside the vehicle, and the defendant stated that she had a purse. The officer asked for consent to search the purse, and the defendant granted permission. The officer located a bottle of what they knew to be Mexican Xanax, which was approximately 9 grams. The defendant stated that she had a prescription but was not able to produce it. Based on the circumstances and the defendant's previous drug charges, the officer believed that she did not have a prescription.
May I respond, Your
I
Honor?
don't know.
Sorry,
Were they just in the street in the car?
they were inside the vehicle that was identified by them as the vehicle for the theft. So
I guess I missed that there was a theft.
they were dispatched to Nordstrom for a theft.
Okay,
They went to Nordstrom, they were advised that
those were the people.
to give a description of the vehicle that was involved in the theft. They located the vehicle, they were found in the vehicle.
Anyone
Your
else?
Honor,
with
if I may, Your Honor,
Shh. Say it again?
can I say something real quick, Your Honor?
Yeah.
I mean, there's no description of the vehicle. I mean, there's not specific articulable facts here. Just a white vehicle. We saw a white vehicle. We pulled it over. No description of the people in the car.
It was
I'll have her read it for you.
It was a black 2015 Hyundai passenger car, bearing Texas license plate KZD 1788.
Okay.
So we do have a description and a
Give a
license
good
plate.
description of the car. Did anyone get arrested for the theft?
It doesn't look like anybody was charged with that. I don't have a could have been in here.
Okay. Ma'am, I'm gonna find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. I'm ordering you as a condition of your bond not to consume alcohol, illegal drugs, unprescribed controlled medication. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're using, it's not going to go well for you. Do you understand? So what should we do about bond, guys?
Well, Judge, so she tells me she does have a prescription. It's from Scott's in Midtown. What I found was Scott Reed's Pharmacy. There is one
It's
on.
Mexican, man.
How does the cop know that? Really?
She said it's Mexican sand.
Yeah. Okay. How does the cop know that?
Huh?
The cop sees a pill and goes, "Oh, this is from Mexico," or "This was in a lab."
This is based on previous work experience, Judge. So.
Yeah. Well.
I mean, go see what you can get, I guess, right? And then,
All right. We'll do
I need to set a bond. We're at no bond right now, so I gotta set.
Okay, I'll do a motion inspect evidence when I have time, and we'll go.
Yeah,
But that being said, Your Honor, she has a $10,000 bond on the felony that was set, and there's a chance she might have a script for this, and she says that they actually should have records of the.
What should we do about bond?
I mean, I would ask for. She's got a 10,000. I would see if the court would do a PR bond on this one. If there's she has to make the felony bond, and there's a chance she does have a script for this. She shouldn't even be in custody on this if that's true.
She was in absconded status as far as the felony is concerned. I think that she's a flight risk.
Well,
So,
and may I say something on that too, Your Honor?
sure.
On the MAJ, so she tells me she was reporting, she got switched probation officers. Again, I don't know the veracity of this. I'm just relaying. And so I'm showing that the address that was last reported, this is what they're claiming MAJ as well, was San Leon, Texas. So I don't know if there was a mix up in that where the probation office was. And I don't know if that may have, so I'm just throwing that out there, that may have been part of it.
What do you think for bond?
Judge, we'd oppose any PR bond. We'd ask for a security of any amount at your discretion.
Okay, so what I'll do is I'll set bond at $1,500 surety.
Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna grant you a PR bond. I think that you're a flight risk and you're on felony probation. Regardless, you've not made the $10,000 bond upstairs. If you're able to make bond, we can come back and talk. But if you do, it's extremely important that you maintain contact with the lawyer here.
Yes, sir.
Because if you don't, another warrant will issue here and it's just gonna balloon and just get out of control. Okay? It looks like you have felony court on the 9th
Yes.
of next month. So what we can do is we can set you on the 10th, the following day, to see what happens there. We can't set you the same day, but we'll set you for the day after and then we'll figure out how to go forward at that time. Oh, I don't know.
I can get on in the morning, Zoom, Your Honor, on the 10th.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so set it for the 10th and he can zoom in at that point
Okay.
for this case. And then, so I'll set bond at $1,500. Okay, man, good luck.
But yeah, she has a friend that might be making bond. She doesn't know yet. So if that plays out, obviously she's going to pop up here before.
Just come back and we can talk.
Okay,
you
thank
know?
you.
She needs to sign conditions, please.
Step back to the minute.
Shreya, you ready? Oh, I'm sorry, Ms. Strong.
Morning, Judge Fleischer.
Hi.
Yes, we're gonna be doing a plea for Victoria Ellis.
All right, so good morning, Mr. Ellis. Sir, you're charged with 2 cases with us. You're charged with evading arrest. You're also charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. Looks like you've worked out an agreement where they're offering you 120 days on the evading with credit for the 43 days that you've done, and they're going to dismiss the gun case. I'm assuming that's what's gonna, right?
Correct, Judge.
Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes, ma'am.
You need to understand that as part of this agreement, also forfeiture of the weapon will be done as well. You're not going to get the weapon back.
Yes, ma'am.
You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. Once you accept this agreement, it will go on your record. It will be there forever. You need to understand, Mr. Ellis, that this case, the evading case, this is an enhanceable offense. What that means is that if you ever run from the cops again, they're going to charge you with a felony offense. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
And the felony that you just pled to upstairs, they can use that to enhance your punishment even more. Perhaps they can hit you with a 3rd degree and you could be looking at 2 or 10 at the penitentiary. Just stand, just straighten up, fly right. Do something with your life. Stop becoming a statistic, man. It's not hard. If you ever need anything, come back. We can give you whatever you need. Cell phone, a tablet, a job, whatever you need. All you got to do is come back and ask. Do you understand?
Sure.
Stop. picking up convictions. You're just killing yourself. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty?
Yes.
I'm gonna find you guilty. I'm gonna sentence you to it. Good luck, Ms. Ellis. Thank you, Mr.
I just filed that dismissal dash. Dismissal. I
Did
just
you
filed.
put forfeiture of the weapon?
I. It's not, but I.
Please,
Yes.
Shreya,
Sorry.
hi.
I believe they're bringing out the brew for a waiver.
Here it is. I'm so sorry.
Alyssa Hall?
Oh, okay. Sorry.
We're getting in a row. Possible.
We're running around here.
Urgent money.
Hey, can we talk to you while we're waiting?
Good morning.
Hi.
Here on Mr. Jermaine Mallard.
Is it Mallard?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I wanted to approach about his bond conditions to see if we can get those amended. Currently, he's required to do the random drug and alcohol test. He has a GPS monitoring with the curfew from 9 to 6, and he has a scram device. I wanted to see if he could get the GPS monitor removed and have the curfew removed. He does work. His work hours are from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m., sometimes 8 p.m., depending on the day. But he also needs time to travel to and from work. He also supports 4 kids.
Time do you want?
I'm sorry.
What time do you want again?
I was asking for it to be removed.
I mean, it's a DWI second. It's got. I need to do a deeper dive. So if you want to give me a second, we can talk further, but I've got a waiver real quick. Let me help him out and then I can do a deeper dive. I put it on there for a reason. It's only been, not even 2 weeks. So let me do a deeper dive to see why, because I don't remember.
Yes, sir.
Good morning, Mr. McGrew. Come on up. So it looks like you were wanted out of Lafayette, Louisiana for a theft. Is that right? Are you waiving formal extradition, sir?
I am.
Okay, man. Thanks. Wish you the best of luck. We got you here. Thanks.
Hey.
Hi, Nathan.
Just
You ready?
just a brief update because we're gonna be back on Monday. I wanted you to afford your big brain the opportunity to start thinking about how this might go and not spring it on you Monday.
Okay.
Okay, so since our meeting yesterday, I've opened up the line of communication with Judge Geis and everybody else, like you asked me to do, about whether or not a pretrial intervention. We have exchanged emails back and
Amenable?
they asked a couple of more questions to me, which I don't know the answer of, and frankly, they have a better means of getting the information than I do, and I made the very specific personnel who could answer the question for them, since I was in that position for a long time.
So smart.
But anyway, TRAS is, I think, been completed face-to-face. It has not been generated in terms of form.
Yeah.
What I understand it to be is what we all thought it was going to be, which is residential. And I think we all think that that's best for her, frankly.
Great.
We just don't know what the state's position on PTI versus probation, whatever. I think either way, we're going to resolve it on Monday anyway.
Okay. Well, let's
Well, I
see.
want to get her on the wait list for the bed because that's going to be 2 weeks.
And I can't do that until she's on probation.
Correct. Or there's some form of supervisory order from the court. That's the issue.
Can you expedite a bed?
I can try to expedite a bit, but.
That's possible.
Yeah, that after the.
I honestly don't think it's necessarily bad for her. Ultimately, if she's gonna get this straight to wait 2 weeks, I really don't. Because if our goal is to not have her come back, this is her shot pretty much to get it straight. And I think everybody knows that. Oh, she's detoxing.
Thing is that she's got to get over that. I'll tell you, that dope sick sucks.
There's a lot going on there too. It's not just one thing. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Yeah.
This is the best thing, really is.
I do ultimately think that that's correct.
The nice thing about this though also is that there is aftercare, right? So there's aftercare when she's done.
Well, there'll be IOP, SOP, and more after the treatment.
And I would like, when you do talk to her, let her know that however this ends up, whether it's in a PTI, whether it's regular probation, if she fails in the aftercare, right back into the same thing, it's going to happen. It will happen until it takes.
Well, you are controlling things one way or the other moving forward, and she should be she should be very clear about how it's transpired in the last week. She should be. Okay.
Thanks.
I just wanted to give an update, so the Monday it's not blindsiding you with a ton of info.
However, and I think that, the intervention is just such a sweet carrot to dangle. So I mean,
I think so too.
I don't have a dog in it, but I
think so too.
We'll see.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Thanks, Fred. All right, you ready? I'm going to need you, please. I don't, so did you get the cause number? Yeah.
Yes, it actually. It's on the
Because they're the same age.
I don't remember anything about the case, so if you don't mind, please.
On March 1st, 2025, at approximately at 11 p.m., the officers were dispatched to a 911 call regarding a motor vehicle stopped on the road with a male in the driver's seat passed out at the 300 block of North 8th Street in Harris County, Texas. The officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle stopped on the road facing the wrong side, forcing multiple motor vehicles to drive around the defendant. The officer observed the defendant's engine on, with the defendant sitting in the driver's seat, appearing to be sleeping or passed out, with the motor vehicle in drive and the defendant's foot on the brake. The officer observed an open container.
Come up, Mr. Mallard. Just kind of rewind about
Sure.
3 sentences, please, when he's up here.
All right. Officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle stopped on the road facing the wrong side, forcing the motor
Going the wrong way down the street.
stopped on going the wrong way, yes. Forcing multiple motor vehicles to drive around the defendant. The officer observed the defendant's motor vehicle to be on, with the defendant sitting in the driver's seat, appeared to be sleeping or passed out. The motor vehicle was in drive with the defendant's foot on the brake. The officer observed an open container of Bacardi rum, a 750 milliliter bottle, approximately 10% full, sitting in the front right passenger seat. The officer attempted to wake the defendant unsuccessfully, which led to the officers being forced to break the defendant's front right window to get into the motor vehicle due to the doors being locked. The officer placed the motor vehicle in the park, and the defendant was asked to step out, and he immediately fell to the ground. The officer observed slurred speech, red bloodshot eyes, a strong odor of an alcoholic beverage, and poor balance. The defendant refused SFSTs. The defendant advised that he had not consumed any alcohol beverages and wished to speak to ask for his lawyer, and was loudly repeating no comment to all questions. The defendant was read the DIC, and he refused breath, and a blood warrant was signed. The defendant was transported to HCA Southeast ER to obtain the blood, and the defendant
I think it'll be.
Your Honor, this gets into resisting.
Oh, okay.
Which I understand if you
That's okay.
but it is So the officer the defendant refused to exit the vehicle, even though the officer was asked to multiple times. The officer had to physically guide the defendant out. The defendant stopped walking while walking to the emergency room with the officer and advised that he wanted to go to the VA hospital. The officer advised the defendant that he had a search warrant and the defendant refused to move. The officer grabbed the defendant's upper arm and again advised the defendant of the search warrant, and again he refused to move. The officer then advised the defendant that if he had to pull him inside, that he'd face additional charges. Again, the defendant refused to move. The defendant advised he wanted to go to the VA hospital and tried pulling away into the direction to the entrance of the hospital. The defendant went dead weight and laid on the ground outside and refused to move and screaming at the top of his lungs, "Someone help me." The officers had to be assisted by a hospital security and placing the defendant into a wheelchair and transport him to the hospital, and blood was drawn with the assistance of 3 officers holding the defendant down.
Mr. Mallard, do you watch the news?
Yes, sir.
How many people died this weekend due to an alcohol-related collision?
The one that comes to mind, sir, is the softball team. Her mom, her dad passed. It's in critical condition right now. That's the latest one that I did see, sir.
There were at least 3, if not 4, different accidents this weekend where people died. There was in Galveston an entire family that was cut down because of an alcohol-related collision of a person who allegedly just completed a DWI intervention course here and a couple months later goes out and then decimates an entire family. In this here now, you pled to a DWI not 3 months ago with above a 0.15. Now you hear on another one, there's alcohol allegedly in the car, the wrong way on the street, completely passed out to where. There is a reason why I do things in life. I don't do it just for shice and giggles. I want to protect my community at all cost. And I think that it is an appropriate condition to not have you near the car. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
All I care about in this short life is protecting my community. And I'm going to try to do it at all costs. I understand that it may be a hardship to you, but sometimes in life, things are learned when they're faced with difficulty. And now I do not want you out in the middle of the night, and I don't want you near a car. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Perhaps in some time, because I'm not an a-hole. I try not to be, right? But it's been 2 weeks since you've picked up this DWI. I shudder to think, do you have the blood back yet?
No, I did not have to get back yet.
Before anything, even remotely getting near, I want to see some proactivity on your part.
Yes, sir.
But you coming up here and saying, woe is me, goes in one ear, goes out the other ear. I care about my community. That's what I care about. That's what matters most to me. And I'm going to protect it at all costs. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So I am willing to work with you on the hours if you need hours to work, but I don't want you out in the middle of the night. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Yanni.
Please.
And just to let you know, he has started attending AA meetings. He's been attending for the past couple of weeks every night, virtually. One of the facilities that offer the AA meetings, they do offer it, is it at 10?
It's at 9:30.
At 9:30, but his curfew would need to be extended a little bit more, that too.
You can do it at all times during the day. You can do it remotely. You can do it via Zoom. You can do it online. I don't want you out at night. It's not going to happen because then if I let you out at 9:30 at night, well, I need an hour to get back home and then now it goes to 10:30. I'm not going to do it. Their AA meetings are literally all day, every day. You just have to find it. You have to be creative. That's why we have computers. That's why we have the internets to be able to help you. Yes, sir. Right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Are you ready, Mr. Berhard? Ready?
Yes.
Okay, coming up, Mr. Roberts.
You ready?
And then do you want to bring up Miss Roberson so she can sign? So she can sign as well? I got
Yeah.
Brock here. Brock, I see you. We can bring Miss Roberson up now. Good morning, Mr. Roberts. Do you mind, is this a true first on Mr. Roberts?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Roberts, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You have worked out an agreement where they're offering you 180 days in jail to be probated for 18 months. Is this right? You look confused.
No, he's only expecting the probation. He knows that he's not going to have to go to jail.
Right, so it's 180 days in jail. I probate that for 18 months. You will not go to jail as long as you fulfill the conditions in this case. As long as you fulfill conditions and you do everything you're supposed to, you don't test positive. We all do backflips. What goes wrong is when you don't do what you're supposed to do. You pick up a new case.
Judge, sorry, the offer was for 15 months. I think I made a clerical error and wrote 18 months instead.
Is this correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll fix
I'm
it.
sorry.
That's not a big deal. Let me ask you this. Was there an accident in this case?
There was, yes, well, he was asleep next to the train track. So yes, he was off of the road and had crashed near the train track.
It was his own
Single
vehicle.
Yeah.
Okay, so there's no restitution to someone else?
Yes, sure.
That's my concern.
Yes.
Okay, because my concern is that if you do something to yourself or your vehicle, I don't care. If you do something to someone else, then I care. Right, so hopefully lesson learned, right? Hopefully you don't get to where some people only learn the hard way. They got to hit rock bottom. They don't get it until they go into here, right? You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you a 15 month. You want me to?
I'll print it out right now, Judge.
It's a 15-month probation. You need to understand that this DWI will go on your record. It's going to be there forever. You can never take it off. And this is important because from now on, I don't care if it's a year, 2 years, 10 years, 15 years. If you get pulled over, officers will see that you're a tried DWI. If you smell like alcohol, if you smell like dope, it's probably not going to go well for you. From now on, after today, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail for any new cases that you pick up. No more proverbial slaps on the wrist. Do you understand, Mr. Roberts?
Yes, sir.
For you to successfully complete this program, you must first do a TRAS. This is an evaluation to see what conditions you may need. If they assess other conditions, you must fulfill them. It could be supportive outpatient treatment. It could be, intensive outpatient. I don't know, but we have clinicians that will interview you to determine, is this the right type of program for you? What you must do is a DWI education class, 4 victim impact panels, no drugs, no alcohol, and a guardian interlock and a random urinalysis. Is this how you understand the agreement?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you are not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. So that's why I said, because you give up this right to appeal, once you accept this agreement, there's no turning around. There's no, you know what, I changed my mind. I want to do something else. This isn't Target. You can return it. You understand? The other thing I want you to understand, Mr. Roberts, is that we all make mistakes. The idea is that you learn from the mistake. And the reason I'm telling you this is that DWI is humongous business in Texas. There's a $3,000 surcharge that attaches to you when you pick up a DWI. If you have a 0.15 or above, it's a $4,500 surcharge. If you don't pay it, You do 1 day in jail for every $100 that you owe. Did you ask me to waive this?
Yes, Honor, there's a bit of a confusion because when I was talking to the district attorney's office, they said that they would waive the fine. So is this a different? Yes, sir, I'm sorry. Yes, Your Honor, of
And
course.
the point that I'm trying to make, David, this is a first offense. We all make mistakes. But if you continue to make mistakes where you're endangering other people's lives, a second DWI, it's a $6,000 surcharge. In a 30-day minimum jail stay. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So if you want to get lit, if you want to have 52 shots of tequila, 35 joints, just don't get into a car. It's not hard. After the probation, you can't do it now. You understand?
So.
All right, how do you plead to the offense, sir? Guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. You look for his license to see whether it's suspended or not suspended, please. I'm not going to suspend your license. I don't know if your license is suspended now, though. We're going to look it up to see if it is.
It is suspended, Your Honor. It's not illegal.
Okay, so
He needs to just pay a reinstatement fee of $125 for him to.
is there an ALR suspension or no? You're not allowed to drive.
It is an ALR suspension.
When does it run, do you know?
Until June 10th, 2025.
So
We anticipate filing a request for occupational driver's license.
you can't drive now. If you drive, and I don't care what you got to do, I don't care where you got to go, I don't care if there's a burning building, you have to save 50 kittens. Don't drive. If you do, you're in violation of this probation. If you drove here, you cannot drive home. Do you understand? Don't do it. So I'm happy, file it and we can talk, but don't drive until you either get an occupation or get the license back. Do you understand? So because of that, he'll get a portable device. All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Roberts.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Farrar.
Thank you.
Good luck. So you can run.
Jasmine Roberson? You want to wait?
Yeah, that's fine.
Did you sign the DPS waiver?
Hi, yes, of course.
For clarity purposes, for his curfew, are you okay with, having it 9:30 PM to 5 AM? Because he can't leave until 6, but his work starts at 6. So if he's able to leave at
You want-
5, he should be able to make it to work by 6.
It takes him an hour and a half to get to work.
It takes him, let's see. I know for me personally, but I don't.
How long does it take you to get to work?
If I walk, it's an hour walk.
Okay,
There's no buses.
okay, I'll do 5 in the morning. That's fine. Okay, you got it.
9:30 PM,
What is it now?
9 o'clock, sir.
9 o'clock.
I'm okay with 9:30. It's not a big deal.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, of course. Rob,
Yes, Your Honor, I'm present.
you ready?
I'm ready when the court's ready, Your Honor.
Okay, she's signing everything now. And if you don't mind signing it as well, huh? Please.
I signed it earlier, Your Honor.
Okay.
Who like this time?
Ms. Roberson, you are charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. So this was, they applied for PTI and were denied. Is that what?
Yes, Judge.
What was the reason for the denial?
Due to prior criminal history out of state.
Any prior DWIs?
Yes, out of Louisiana.
How many?
One.
What happened on that case?
The,
Stick of time, sir? you know?
Let me see, Louisiana is tricky in terms of how we can view their criminal history.
Please, please. If she has a prior conviction for DWI, Brock, I'm not doing this. I can't.
From my understanding, Your Honor, it wasn't a DWI, the prior conviction. I think it was something alcohol related, but I don't think it was a DUI or DUI.
I'm having them look.
I mean,
I believe we would have to reach out to the agency out in Louisiana to find out what the disposition of that was.
Kayla, do you mind running a PSR on Miss Roberson, please?
Because I can also reach out to, Hazel, I heard that our people see that
What does it say there? Does it say?
It says, the container vehicle and operating vehicle while possibly, security deals. I don't know this position, but those are, so we can reach out to, shoot there, but. Figure out the information on.
Okay. Brock,
yes, sir.
I need time.
Okay.
You need to
How long do
understand
you,
something, that I take this extremely seriously. And when I have someone who continually picks up DWIs, no more proverbial slaps on the wrist. It's not going to happen. I have the ability to accept or reject a plea bargain agreement. If I reject it, then you will be allowed to withdraw your plea and we can either set up a trial or renegotiate something, but I'm not going to continue to do the same thing in hopes that, well, I hope nothing happens in the future. It's not going to happen. So I guess what we can do is, you want to roll it till Monday, Brock?
she's coming from Dallas. Remember, this is the one that's coming from Dallas, Your Honor. So
Okay, so
I've
I
been
guess
trying
let's,
to keep her coming back and forth because she's been coming almost every week.
So, Brock,
So
I didn't know this.
and Judge, we're reaching out to Lafayette Powers right now, seeing the information that we're going to stand out.
Okay, just can you chat me your cell phone? And then
Yes,
I can
sir.
reach out to you when we have something.
Sounds good, Your Honor.
Okay, thanks, bud.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Sorry. Brock.
No, it was plot conditions. I had a reset. Oh. We did for Roberts, so we start probation fees as well.
No, not probation fees, just courthouse, yeah. You ready? You ready?
Yes, sir.
Is Ms. Treadwell on the docket today?
She is.
Okay. Did you guys, are we doing it today or what?
We would like to, Your Honor. So, I approached on Monday on this, and you granted us Santa Maria. I was mistaken in that Santa Maria allows children of Brianna's children's age there. So Brianna, she had been working with Santa Maria Hostel, and the LCDCs there had been speaking with her about the Women with Children program. And that's what I thought I was approaching on. Okay, the Woman with Children program. Apparently, Santa Maria and the Woman with Children program, Santa Maria, are not one and the same. And so that is what we would request. We want the Woman with Children program.
So the Women with Children program is a community residential program. She'll have to go through that process of getting enrolled there.
But that's not through Harris County.
That one's
No,
not
no,
through
no.
Harris
I can't, that's not something that we can,
Court order it is what we're saying.
we don't, it's
This
not part
can't
of
be-
our like regimen, so to speak. There's not been, accepted to be part of like HUA, SATA, DDRP. That's their own thing. And so it's not geared for.
Okay, I need to sharpen up on that one. I was understood. Okay. And so Santa Maria be the 6-month program? Okay.
It all depends on her. It all depends on her. If she responds well to treatment, yeah. But if she doesn't and she puts up a fight or she's like defiant and not doing what she's supposed to be doing, then it could.
Well, she's been in a program for 2 months now, Your Honor. And I believe Ms.
I'm not
Trevor
gonna,
would
I don't
like
want to
to-
do this again, and we've done this like literally.
Understood, but I guess at the least, Your Honor, if Ms. Treadwell could at least address the court,
No. You can just get it done. Please.
Your Honor.
Thanks.
Thank you. Let me check with her. What's that?
Hi, Harold.
Can you hear me, Judge?
I got you.
Yep. Okay, I was appearing for Mr. Yes. Let me see here. The gentleman we sent to go get the evaluation. Mr. Adrian Flores. We sent him for the TRAS. Can you hear me, Judge?
Yeah.
And then I think during the TRAS, Judge, yesterday, the day before, he started hearing voices. There was some problem and couldn't complete the TRAS.
What was the last name again?
Flores. And I've got the number. Well,
Oh,
think it's
he's not on docket today though, Harold, huh?
no, he's off docket. Victoria wanted me to Zoom with you and just talk with about it.
Do you have a cost number?
I have a SPIN number.
I'll take it.
03
Uh-huh.
01
Uh-huh.
6971.
And I think I think the letter styled it as he was refusing, but I think he was having a problem. I mean, I wasn't there, but just the way she described it, that's kind of what.
It sounds like he was in a psychosis, like he was having hallucinations and preoccupied, just unable to like engage.
Have they not evaluated him for any kind of medication?
We can't give him medication. His competency evaluation came back and he was competent, so we sent him to do the TRAS.
So let's recomp him then, you know?
Okay.
I guess we should have him reevaluated, Harold.
Okay.
You know, I don't know what else we can do. We can ask for a different, someone different to evaluate.
Sure. About that, there's just a problem.
Are you okay with that?
Oh, that's fine. That's fine because I think
So
I
let's
mean maybe
let's put him on for tomorrow. That way we can get the order done. And then I can try to expedite it. So we get it done as quick as possible.
okay. You mean for Monday, maybe? It's Friday, right?
Say
No, wait,
again?
today's Thursday. Today's Thursday, I'm sorry.
All right, can you
It's
be here
the
tomorrow? Or
wrong
no?
one.
Do you want to do Monday?
Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be again here in Fort Bend County, and I've got 5 cases here in Fort Bend County in the
Okay.
morning.
You want to do Monday?
I could zoom in a little later, but I could definitely, Monday's kind of busy. If I could zoom in, Judge, that'd be fine.
Yes, of course.
Tomorrow.
Well, that's why we have it, Harold.
Yeah,
Just
sure.
make it easy. Of course you can.
That'd be great.
You want to do it tomorrow or when?
Sure, we can do it tomorrow, but I think he's not in the holdover today.
No, they're on docket Monday. If he files the orders on Friday.
You know, if you do the orders today, file it tomorrow, I can sign it tomorrow and we can try to expedite it. But the main thing is that we need the orders filed. I mean, and we don't need him, theoretically, we don't need him here for you to file the order. You can just file it. And then sign it and we can just set the process going. We really don't even need him here to do it, you know? I just need you to file the order and then I can sign it and we'll reach out to whoever to expedite it.
All right, I'll do that.
So you want to leave it on for Monday and just you file the order tomorrow?
Sure, we can do that.
Okay, done. Just do that.
Yes, sir.
then.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you, Judge. My excuse.
Let me know.
You have a good day.
Thanks, you too. Take
Thank
care.
you, yes, sir.
Okay, you ready? Hi.
Working on CJ Steers.
Okay.
We were here yesterday. He went into the drug test, came back negative.
Wonderful.
So we would ask the court if the court would be open to amending the deferred conditions to include obtain a valid driver's license and obtain a GED.
Come up, Mr. Spears. Good job testing negative. That's great. Wonderful. I'm happy to acquiesce. That's great. Really. So look, I'm not asking much, man. All we want you to do is things the right way. And when you do, good things happen. Just get your license, get your insurance, and then your high school diploma. That's it. And I'll make it. Does he have anything else to do on the probation? I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a deal. The minute you get your high school diploma and you got that gun class done, I'll cut you loose. You're done. You're off paper. Literally done with everything. Get the high school diploma, do that gun class, you're off. I'll take you off early. The minute you get all that stuff done. Yeah? Good job. Just do things the right way.
When he gets the driver's license, valid insurance, all the specific days, and then.
See that? I mean, you're holding everything in your own hand. You're holding the dismissals and everything. The quicker you do it, the quicker you're out of here. All right?
Sir.
Okay.
All right, thank
Done.
you.
So, I don't know, you want to reset it like 30 days or so? You tell me.
There's enough time.
It's gonna, I don't know how long it'll take, you know?
Can we make it a little bit longer, but if he gets it before, then all to
But
best.
I mean, you're obviously too old to get back into high school, so you're just gonna have to do the GED, equivalency. Just test it, see what you can do, and if you can pass it and they give it to you, money,
Would 60 days be okay with the court?
Sure.
Okay. All right, thank you, Judge. All right, thanks, Rich.
All right, good job, Mr. Spears. Hi, Aaron.
Hey, Judge. May I approach? I've just got an off-docket matter. It's on a case where my client successfully completed DWI PTI. She had a gun in her car. I've spoken with the state. They don't have any objection to it, so I filed a motion to restore property. Okay.
Going to you or is it going to the client?
It's going to go back to her.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
Sure.
I'll just get with the clerks, make sure that they push it through.
I'd love to.
Law conditions for
I thought I told you. Oh, no. Hey, on Zambrano, I don't want her talking to her 12-year-old kid. She's in the kids to commit a crime.
Did you want that as part of the?
Yeah.
Conditions? Okay, yes, Your Honor.
No? I mean, come on.
Remove the conditions.
I mean, I can put it in. Don't worry. I'll put it in.
I think there's only one.
Do you have initials by chance? You have initials?
Initials of the child. Let me.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Judge.
Sure. Done already?
Yes, Judge.
All right, easy money.
Hey, Judge, do we get clarification on figures? Are we amending the deferred
Yeah,
to add? those
amending to
items?
add those two things.
Are we dismissing the new case?
No, no. We're waiting for everything to get done, then it kills everything.
Okay, so we're resetting for 60 days.
Okay, so the immediate was the information.
Yeah.
Thank you. And Jerome, you have information on this.
So how are we gonna-
Roberson.
Okay.
It looks like based on the website, it's not on top there. Yeah, it's not, there's not.
You want to talk to me real quick?
Yes.
Talk.
Well, it's not gonna be quick, so.
It's okay.
Okay, so I'm here
When is
on,
it ever quick anyway?
I'm here on Miss Gill. She set, for a bond today, and
She
so.
in custody?
She is, yes, Your Honor. And she has one pending felony, but she's out, she already has she's out on a bond for that one already. She just has no bond set in this case.
I see bond sets. I see the FSGI is at 1,000. Yeah.
Okay. I talked
It
to
must have just gotten set. I don't know.
Okay, is it a PR bond?
No. It's a
Okay.
sure.
Okay, then if we could review it today, is that possible?
Absolutely. Do
Okay.
you mind, Deputy Etchigon, do you need a translator?
No.
Do you mind me bringing up Miss Gill? Maria.
Is the felony a PR bond then?
No. Initials for the kid.
Okay.
Initials or something for the kid? Or maybe a first name? Initial. If you.
Daughter. Just got an office report. I'll need like 1 second here. Judge, I don't have initials, I'm sorry.
Yes, Judge, and I tried looking it up on TLO as well.
I'll just put what the child used as enrichment of the crime. All right. Good morning, Miss Gill.
Good morning, Your Honor.
I wanted to bring you out because we're talking about you, and it's only fair that you get to hear what's transpiring since these are your cases.
Yes, sir.
I want you to know, I don't know anything about your case. All I know is that you've now, as of 3/26, yesterday, you picked up a failure to stop and give information. What happened? Or, well, hold on. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Okay, good.
On March 25th, 2025, officers were dispatched to 15357 Wallaceville Road in Harris County, Texas, regarding an FHDI call. Upon arrival, the officer spoke with the complainant, who stated that she followed the defendant after the defendant's vehicle hit her twice and failed to stop and give information. The complainant stated that she was driving southbound on the East Sam Houston Parkway, and the defendant failed to drive in her lane and sideswiped her, causing the vehicle damage to the right side panel of the defendant's vehicle. The complainant stated that she blew her horn several times for the defendant to stop, and the defendant refused. The complainant followed for approximately 3 miles to 152 42 Wallsville Road, and the complainant and the defendant exited their vehicle, and the complainant told the defendant that she hit her vehicle and needed insurance information. The defendant then told the complainant no, and that she was getting something to eat. The defendant went inside the business, exited, and then entered her vehicle and attempted to drive away. The complainant blew her horn several times to get the defendant to stop and told her the police were coming, but the defendant ignored the complainant. The defendant then began to put her vehicle in reverse and proceed backwards, hitting the complainant's vehicle a second time. The
So are
complainant,
you telling me that now it was intentional?
the complainant moved her vehicle to avoid being hit and followed the defendant. The complainant flagged the police down to identify the defendant as the person who struck the vehicle. The estimated damage from the complainant was around $4,000, and the defendant stated she didn't stop because she was hungry and colored.
And what?
Colored.
Color.
Yes, Your Honor.
Can you look up to see if she has a valid Texas driver license?
Yes.
Ms. Gill, I'm going to find that there is sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case. Not only are you on a felony probation for assault of a peace officer, not only are you on felony probation for injury to a child under 15, but you pick up, after both of those, an evading arrest in a motor vehicle, and now an FSGI. I am taking away your privilege to drive. You will now be signing an affidavit with me today, promising me you're not going to drive. I don't give a rat's behind what your excuse is. If I find that you drive in violation of this affidavit, I will have a contempt. I can have a contempt hearing. I can have a contempt. Finish.
I'm so
please.
sorry.
Finish.
I'm a commercial driver.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
You, if you do have a CDL,
Sorry, that is correct. She does have a valid CDL.
are held to an even higher standard because of that CDL. You now have a total of 4 open cases, one of those being this FSGI and an evading arrest in a motor vehicle. I am taking away your privilege to drive. If I find that you do, I can have a contempt hearing. You can be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine. I truly am at a loss with the attitude.
Okay.
Truly.
Okay.
In this case here, not only do we have an FSGI, but it's also alleged that you backed up and hit the person intentionally. Because allegedly hungry and covered. So now this is an affidavit, and I hope that you take it seriously, because if you don't, there will truly be disastrous consequences. Ms. Gill, I want you to understand that I'm going to do everything in my power to protect my public at all costs. Do you understand?
I understand you, Your Honor. May I make argument for a PR bond, Your Honor? She's made a bond in the felony already. And even with the affidavit to not drive, I expressed to her that that was a possibility of a bond condition. I've spoken with her. She has family members who can help her get to and from court. She's a single mother of 2 children. She has lived at this address here in Houston for the past 5 years. She lives with her mother. She lives with her younger brother. She has lived in Harris County her entire life. And she has, in these felonies, she's actually applied to be put in mental health court because during this incident and the felonies, she was unmedicated and she has a history of mental health diagnoses. And so as a client of the Harris County Public Defender's Office, we have every intention of getting her treatment for those mental health issues. But she's already made a bond in the felony, and she is willing to abide by any condition that this court will impose on her. It's down to the difference between $0 and $100. And
So I appreciate your argument. She's technically, you are right on bond. My feeling is that these felony courts probably do not know that she has now picked up this case yet. So I don't know what, if anything, they're going to do when they do discover this. I find, Ms. Goucher, right? Is that what, Ms. Goucher? I really appreciate your argument going to bat for her, but I think with her demeanor, her attitude, her reckless and wanton action on the road, is that you are a danger to the public, and your bond is now set at 1,000, and I'm going to raise it to 5 because I think that you really are a danger to the public, and your attitude shows us and tells me that, hey, I'm going to do what I want to do, and that's it. And that's always, I mean, really, how many people died this weekend on the road because of the reckless and wanton actions? All we want are our streets to be safe.
You're not helping me, Your Honor. You're not helping me. I'm struggling. I'm a single mom, and I've been struggling with the courts for years already, and I'm tired of this. Okay? I was beat, okay, in front of my children, and I was thrown on the ground like an animal, okay? And I'm tired of this. I'm tired of all of this, okay? In front of my children have trauma, okay? And I have no insurance for the medication, and I have not been on the medication. I'm trying to get the insurance to get on the medication.
Ms. Gill,
okay?
I understand that, but at some point, your actions become your own, right?
You don't understand. I'm colored. You don't understand me. You don't understand me. If I was a different color, you would. And it's true.
That's so
it's
not.
so true. It's so true. And you know this. You know what I'm talking about.
I call out discrimination when I see it on a daily basis, ma'am. I don't care who it is. I don't care what color. If they're a small farm animal, I don't care. I call it when I see it. The only thing, because I don't know them. The way I get to know them is paper. And they tell me what happens in the case. And from what I see here and what has transpired here within the last 10 minutes. Really?
Officer Harris did not read me my rights.
Well, I will let
They've been mishandling me like this for years already, okay? I have the right to tell you this. And I'm telling you, she did not read me my rights. She just shoved me behind the officer car. I did not get a voice to speak out anything.
Yes.
She just brought me to jail.
You guys speak about that. I'll tell you, look, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave your bond at $1,000 now. All right. I'm not going to raise it to 5, but I can't continue to give you a PR bond.
From employment too.
Listen.
Okay.
Do not drive. It's the only thing I'm asking you to do.
I'm a commercial driver.
Don't pick up a new case.
Yes, sir.
And just, all right. Come on. Justin. I didn't want you to leave because I know you've been waiting.
Oh, no. I heard here, his appearance, was required today. We submitted the mitigation packet. I just submitted it. I've been waiting to hear back from Blaze on some things.
22 and 23.
So,
but he said, go ahead. I showed him what we had. He said, go ahead and send that. He's still gonna have the conversation with those guys about the other things.
So you haven't sent it to him?
No, I've sent it. He should have. Yep, I sent it to all the appropriate people.
So we'll give you a couple weeks. I'll waive it for the next one because we're just gonna get a response, okay? If he's approved, then he's gotta be here. So we can do a TRAS. Okay?
Oh, right.
So if it's not approved by the next 2 weeks and it's still in limbo.
I'll let you know. Okay.
The only reason we'd have him come is so we can start moving, right? So if it's approved, then we need him here so we can do a T-Res.
You able to do like a T-Res that day, like a walk-in?
Yes,
Okay.
we'll send him and do a walkthrough. Well, that's why we have him come so we can just get it right done.
Yeah, no, it's a hardship for.
Pick a day, 2 weeks, and then waive it.
Gotcha.
It's not it's
In limbo.
it's still pending.
Yep.
If it's no, or if it's yes, then he's got to be here.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you, Judge.
have fun. Mr. D.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Your Honor, I think we need to bring Mr. Jesse Proctor, our judge.
I don't know. Thank you for being patient. Sorry, Mr. D. Let me
That's
just
okay,
sign
Judge.
some.
No, that's my friend.
You were gonna, even to. Yeah, or write something. Second,
Please take note of the last condition on the very bottom. So they can let
Yes.
him. Okay, Mr. D.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. I'm here on Mr. Jesse Proctor. Jesse Proctor, Your Honor. He's charged with DWI and terroristic threat. I'm trying to see would the judge be amenable to lowering his bond or giving him a PR bond. I have some mitigated circumstances here on this case, Judge, that
I gotta love you,
that
Mr.
was
D.
unbeknownst to me. Originally, court date was set for March the 13th, 2025. It's my understanding from talking to him, the court date was moved to March the 20th. But he received a text message stating that the court has now been moved to March the 21st. He did not come to court.
When Mr. Proctor wants to come and you don't come, the problem is there was a bond violation.
No, that I did
I
not.
remember correctly, hold on, because, we're all from time to time. So let me make sure.
Yes, sir.
I want to say, if I remember correctly, that there was, let me see.
No, it's a wait.
So you said it's coming from Corillo.
Yeah, it's a waive the appearance, and then the only change is to get approved on it.
So he gets a contract.
Yes.
Yes.
Jesse Proctor, Chief.
Joseph. Huh? Waive appearance.
I think it was just, he just failed to appear on the 21st.
Right, Judge, and he informed me that because the court dates had changed so many times prior to that court date, at first it was supposed to be on March the 13th. They allegedly moved it to March the 20th. Then he received a text message informing him that was on March the 21st.
So what happened was, he was supposed to appear here the 20th. He didn't come, so I rolled it to the next day for him to show up. He still didn't show up. So it's really like the fourth time he's failed to appear. Not only that, he's on bond for a terroristic threat, and then he picks up a DWI. And then in the terroristic threat, he also fails to appear in December, fails to appear also in March as well. So,
Was not made up.
and on the revocation in December, I reinstated this bond in January.
That was not made known,
So-
Judge, so I didn't have all the facts.
I've already reinstated this bond once. I'm not gonna just keep.
I didn't have all the facts,
So that's okay, but
thank you anyway.
We do. All the discoveries that we offered is a probation on the DWI, the dismissal. and terrorism.
Okay. We'll reset it to next week. Give me a chance to look at the videos.
Whatever you want.
Okay, thanks, Judge. Appreciate you.
Brock. Brock,
Yes, Your Honor.
you ready?
I'm ready.
Come up, Ms. Roberson. Please tell me her criminal history as you see it, because I don't understand why the county can't get me a version of criminal history that I can see. It sucks, but I understand why I have to rely on others. Please enlighten me with her criminal history.
You know, just a caveat here, anything Louisiana, we're gonna have to go to their website trying to figure it out because Louisiana's the CIC does not issue dispositions.
Yes.
I get it, but at least let me know how much criminal history she has.
She has no history in Harris County, so I see no judge. And then out of Florida, I see a resisting that, yes, out of Florida, that looks like it was a pretrial diversion. And then out of Louisiana, yes, there is all the dispositions are unknown, as they say this. The manufacturing of a controlled substance, failure to obey traffic signals, resisting arrest, failure to, open container in a vehicle, operating a vehicle while intoxicated, and battery of a police officer. So those are all the things that I see. But I don't know anything about.
So Brock, it looks like the OUI was dismissed, right?
That's right.
Yes.
The operating.
I went to the Lafayette County website on the misdemeanors that I'm able to see, and they all are. They all look like they are notices. For what reason?
At what point do we need to get your attention to realize that we are serious about public safety? What do we need to do to get your attention? Because it obviously continues to happen.
Oh, Your Honor.
But you now stand charged with yet another DWI. Brock.
I'm here, Your Honor. Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying I'm here.
Here's what I'm gonna do, Brock. I am going to follow this agreement, but you will be required to pay the DPS fines and fees and all the court costs in this case. And if you fail to pay it, for every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day in jail. You're going to roll out of here with about $3,500 in surcharges and fines and fees. So I hope that this is the wake up call. Yeah.
Your Honor, if you don't mind, so she just recently found out that she's pregnant. That's the reason why she wanted to do the time served, because of the travel back and forth and due to the pregnancy. I don't want there to be some kind of financial impediment if she is not able to work after having the baby or prior to, a couple of months before the baby. So that's the only reason why I'm saying something, Your Honor.
Then I mean, with her criminal history, with her rich criminal history, then I don't think I'm going to do this then, because, she has a prior one. I get that it's dismissed. She has a prior manufacturer delivery, resisting arrest, battery on a police officer. Now we have a DWI.
Yes, Your Honor.
You tell me, but the continued slaps on the wrist, stop. I don't know how to get your attention. I'm hoping that this is the way. But you can go talk to your lawyer, figure out what you want to do. But I'm not down with it continuing to happen. All I want is my public to be safe. And I'm going to try to do it in the best way that I can. So if you'd like, you can, step outside, talk to your lawyer, and we can just revisit it, and you just tell me when you're ready. Please.
Your Honor, is it possible that if you want the fines and the fees, that's fine, Your Honor, but can we at least waive the DPS fees, Your Honor? We do either or instead of both.
I'm not. If we do a time served on this case, I'm not going to waive it. Rob.
Well, I don't want to set her up, Your Honor, where she's right back in front of you with those fees.
I will give her 2 years to pay, and it ends up being like $30 to $40 a month.
Okay. Yeah, with 2 years to pay, that should be fine, Your Honor.
So you want to go talk to her and see?
Yeah, tell her to give me a call right now.
Yeah.
How
are you doing?
Hey, what's new, man?
Not much, Judge. I have Brianna Rodriguez on the docket. So Judge, she wants to, she's applying for the DWI PTI program. She's filling out the application right now. She's approved. She doesn't need a mitigation packet. And she's gonna do a assessment right now after court.
Okay.
And then we can get the process started next time.
Do maybe like 2 weeks. I mean, I want to make sure that she submits it today so we know that that's
Yeah,
done.
she'll go today.
Send her for the TRAS today. And
I don't know,
then
how long does it take to get the report back?
3 to 5 days.
Oh, 3. So that should be okay.
But you're going to get the contract back. She's got to pay the DPS fee. She's got to get the interlock. So that's going to take a couple weeks. So what I would say is probably set it like 3 weeks. Right.
The application.
No. She's doing the application now.
She's doing the application in TRAS right now.
Okay.
So next time we should have the agreements.
No. They're going to send you the agreement prior to. I'm setting it long enough so that hopefully by then she'll have the interlock and pay the DA fee. That way they'll submit the order by the next time. So if she doesn't have it done, she's got to be here.
Right.
So hopefully you tell her to, if she gets on it quick and does everything quick, then,
Yes.
because they'll give them the TRAD within the next 3 to 5 days. And then they'll send you the contract as long as she submits everything, and she needs to submit the car insurance as well.
Right. She has to pay the DA fee too.
Yeah, that's after the contract.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take care of it, Judge. All right.
Thank you. We got you.
Okay. Thank you. Thanks.
Yes.
That's based on.
Brianna?
Hey, guys, ready? Hey, what's new, man?
Believe it or not, I've been in court on this case all morning. I do apologize for arriving this late.
You made it. We're happy you made it. So who's your client?
Mr. Fleming, first name is Aiden.
Okay.
He is in the courtroom.
It's a DWI.
It is not. It is
It's a gun case.
gun in a car. There was a felony drug case that was filed, which made the gun a crime. The felony drug case has been dismissed.
Blaze, balls in your court.
Yeah, so, Your Honor,
Was it pursuant to like a RIC or something like that, or?
It was pursuant to there being no lab report.
Yes.
So what was the lab?
There is no lab report.
So, I mean, I told against counsel,
What do you mean there's no lab?
we never got a lab report back on the underlying felony. So they dismissed it.
More common than you might think, Your Honor.
Really? What, I mean, does it just fall through the cracks? What the hell?
Judge,
Does the officer submit?
It's a matter of time, Your Honor. The labs are so backed up, the DA's office has just said,
Case that everybody's now, what's that case that everybody's citing now? Heath, is it Heath? Yeah, it's Heath, right?
Yes.
Is that the one
So
that's?
the thing about this though is that we don't, the difference with the labs is, when felony where you get screwed with the labs is you hit your indictment time, and you're like, no, lab, I can't do it. With Heath, I think technically, because the lab reports aren't in our possession, is the DA's office or the state, it doesn't become a Heath issue. But I think it would, because the police are considered the state. It's not a lot, but this case, it's more, you run a issue with the grand jury indictment in the timeline. And if you get it there on bond, you get 180, you don't have a lab report, you can't take that in a grand jury. At which point then they're by law or.
well,
So
It
if we
is-
dismiss this case because there's no labs, how do we go forward?
That's what we're approaching.
we're asking you to reconsider probable cause, Your Honor.
Come up, Mr. Fleming. What was the alleged substance? Cocaine?
It was.
Yes, Judge.
Yes.
So, Mr. Fleming, you get one life. You don't get reduced in this life. And I can tell you how many lives I've seen ruined because they party, try to have fun, and you unfortunately get something that's laced with fentanyl, and then you die. Now, or worse, you become a lifelong addict and you start doing crazy ass things that you would never do just to feed the habit. I've seen people deteriorate before my eyes here because they get hooked, and it's just so sad the stuff we've seen. Don't ruin your life. You only have one. You need to make the best of it. You get into school, get knowledge. Knowledge is power. And when you have knowledge, you can do things. That's how you make money. This life is about one thing, money. And when you have it, life is freaking great. When you don't, it freaking sucks. I'm telling you, don't waste it. I'm going to find no probable cause in your case. Do something worthwhile. All right. Thanks, guys. Okay. Good luck, Mr.
Excuse me.
Yes, thank you. Judge, did you need to sign Ms. Roberson's thing? I don't know. So are you ready, Brock?
We're ready, Your Honor.
Okay, come up, Ms. Roberson. There are two very important lessons that you need to learn here after you walk out. The first one is your record sucks. It's not good. You ever get pulled over in a car, an officer's going to see OUI, DWI, this. Do you think that they're going to treat you well? Do you think that they're going to take it to the third degree on you whenever you get pulled over? If I were you, even if you've had a sip of alcohol, the slightest thing, don't get into a car because you're taking a huge risk, not only with endangering the public, which is what I care about, but you, because you, with your record, you'll be going probably right back to jail. And what we're doing today, from now on, you're facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. Don't matter what you pick up from now on in misdemeanor court. Do you understand? The reason we're doing this is because I want to get your attention. Obviously, it has not worked in the past, and I'm hoping that this will. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. You've worked out an agreement. They're offering you 3 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you've done. You're giving up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. You give up the right to appeal. So once you accept this agreement, there's no turning back. It will go on your record. It will be there for the rest of your life, even thereafter you die. Do you understand? I'm going to suspend your license for 180 days because of this plea. What are this? How much your court cost?
And the fine was set at 3,000?
Yeah. It's not above a 15, is it?
No.
I know it's not pled as such, but I'm curious. Is it above a 15?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it really?
The second one was actually below 0.15. That's why they did plead it as a 0.15.
Was it a 15 and a 14, or what was it?
It was, blood, it was a 0.161.
It was blood at a 16, Brock.
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I got it confused.
Had they repled this, it would be a $4,500 surcharge that you would be responsible for. Now, it's only a $3,000 surcharge.
Do you want me to tell you?
I'm sorry, Your Honor. That's okay.
I'll pull the conditions.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Trey, if you go any slower, you'll be going backwards.
Total
And
3,400.
get your brother.
3,400.
3,420. You will be required to pay $3,420. I will give you a 2-year payment plan. If you don't pay, I will issue a warrant. And for every $100 you owe, you will sit 1 day. Do you understand? So don't take this as a joke. All right, I'll have you, or how do you plead to the offense, guilty or not guilty? I'm going to find you guilty. I'm going to follow the agreement. Good luck to you, Ms. Roberson.
Would you take 2 days credit toward the court costs?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, Brock.
Thank you, Honor. I'll be excused.
Take care, man.
Have a great day.
You too.
Judge, I want to explain that, but years ago, issue the clerk, I'll tell you, just, I don't want to explain that.
Okay, I'll let him. Whatever the problem is, we'll figure it out.
Top of page 7, counsel said he was gonna zoom on. Sims.
Oh, I can't, I mean, dude's got an open warrant, right?
Yes, it was a PDR for the 24th, and he fell to on that day. And we removed it, and we kept his arraignment setting.
Who else? Are you ready on track?
9,
You ready on track?
Hunter,
What was that?
Schedule?
counsel.
Have you filed plea paperwork on Treadwell or no?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Okay.
For somewhere.
Say it again.
Counsel for page 9, Hunter. So John came by yesterday saying he had reason why he couldn't come in today.
Let's wait.
No, but the issue is he has, this one and the other one is in the holdover. I told him to approach because it's old, it's an old case, and he, so we've been emailing and I've been telling him to zoom on, but he hasn't. Is he in there now?
No, well, James is here now.
Good morning, Judge.
Hey, good morning. Give me 1 second, James.
Is Mr. Gum? Oh, yes, Judge. I'll
Oh,
give you a
John
second.
has another one in the holdover.
Yeah.
Oh, I see what you
He had 2 cases
Right.
and we've been conversing.
Okay, I'll call him now. Let me just talk to James. James.
Yes, Judge. Is Mr. Gomez came into court?
Yeah, he's here now.
Okay. Judge, he told me that there was a miscommunication. He wasn't aware of the time he was supposed to be in court, and that was why he had missed his court date.
Come up, Mr. Gomez.
I'm sorry, Judge. I can't hear anything. I don't know if you muted yourself.
I haven't said anything yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm looking at Mr. Gomez. You don't take things seriously. You don't take us seriously. You had your first bond violation report the beginning of March for failing to go take a drug test. And now a new one was filed because you now picked up a new case. We are going to do probable cause on your new case. You now stand charged with the offense of criminal trespass. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present if you cannot afford one. One will be appointed to you. As you see, your lawyer is here with you on Zoom now. Please.
On March 19th, 2025, an officer was dispatched to an assault in progress, unknown weapon at City Plaza condominiums in Harris County, Texas. The complainant, a security officer, stated that she saw the defendant walking around the security office, which the complainant found unusual. The complainant stated the defendant went near the exit gate and was waiting for someone to come and exit through the gate. So it was waiting for someone to come and exit the gate so he can get inside the complex. Complainant stated someone exited from the gate and the defendant got into the complex. The complainant followed the defendant and told the defendant that he needs to leave the property because he was criminally trespassing at the property. The complainant stated that she told the defendant several times to leave the property, but the defendant did not listen. The complainant stated the defendant laid on the ground, the defendant stood up, the defendant started taking pictures of witnesses, and the complainant came in between witnesses' motor vehicles, so the defendant could not take pictures of license plates. The defendant was identified by his Texas driver's license.
So at that point, do the cops come up there and they just arrest him there? Does it say? Does it take off?
Also, it does not state in the DIMS at what point he was arrested. Also, something that was missing from the summary was that a witness stated she saw the defendant punch the complainant and then they had a fight.
He punches someone.
That's what the DIMS states.
Mr. Gomez, I'm going to find that there's sufficient probable cause to go forward with your case because of your failure to comply. Your repeated failure to comply with your bond conditions. I now revoke your bond. He goes with you. James, I will leave the criminal trespass bond as is. The DWI now is at 5,002 and will stay at 5,002.
Yes, Judge. So he has a PR bond on the criminal trespass?
I don't. Let me see. No, he actually made a surety bond on the trespass. So I'm going to keep that as is.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Other case will, so Kayla, I need you to do me a favor on bond conditions for him. If he is released, he's to be released with a GPS monitor and he's not to go anywhere near the complaining witness and nowhere near this complex, 500 feet, please.
Yes.
On the trespass.
So we're just gonna take him in on the warrant we already have.
Yeah. And then he'll be on tomorrow's docket, James, because he'll roll on. So I guess we'll just see you tomorrow.
Okay, yes, Judge. I'll see you then.
Okay.
All right, thank you,
Thanks.
Judge. All right, bye.
You ready to go on time?
Yeah. Not yet. I'm about to work on that right now. I wanted to give you a heads up on CJ Spears. I asked the state to file a motion to dismiss for the MAJ so we can put him back in probation. Please just let me know that they're not gonna file it. They're not gonna put him back on probation, even though they've already.
We're gonna keep it just on bond now, the PR bond as is. It'll just kind of remain open for the time being.
So can you unsign the amended conditions of probation? Because I can't push those through without
Okay,
the
sure.
dismissal to put him back on probation.
Judge, will you approach?
Yeah, come on up.
This is Cole. He's going to be starting in the court, starting on.
Hi, Cole, coming up. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
You're going to be 2, 3, or what?
He's a postcard, pending results. You know when
Nice.
they come up?
So you just took it?
Yes, sir. I took the February bar.
Okay, well,
Exactly.
takes what, 6 months to get the results, doesn't it, right? How long does it take?
Last year for the February bar, they came back in mid-April, so I'm hoping
Really, that
2,
quick?
3 weeks. Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm pushing for you. I hope so, you know.
I appreciate
Hang
it.
out with us, you'll learn a lot. It'll be fun.
Yes, Judge.
So starts tomorrow or Monday?
Monday.
Great. You're welcome to hang out tomorrow if you want. I don't know what you got going, but
Absolutely.
yeah,
Thank you.
great. Yeah, nice to meet you.
Great meeting you as well.
Yeah, no, coming fine.
We're almost ready with you. I don't, well, they're working on it now. I'll call John now.
Hey, I'm Cole.
The most important one was the one in custody is
Okay.
300 days old.
This is
309. And its last name is White.
Coordinator. Very nice. Yeah.
I'll let you know.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Cole. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you, Cole.
He didn't answer. So I guess worst come to worst, rolled it to tomorrow. White. He also, it's a bond case, right?
Attorney McCardle? Attorney McCardle? Coming up? And Ms. Treadwell, come on up. It isn't even you are. Surcharge crime. So you felt that order we have a surcharge, it's on a paper kiosk over on top of the thing. And Miss Treadwell, I'm gonna have them sign for your paperwork. Because you don't know what else you're gonna do. She'll sign for me. All the plea paperwork, you're gonna sign today to be our your stuff. Okay. It's on the top, all the way to the top, in the back.
I just need your.
If you're sure what you're going over, you can ask me. You can go over to your again before you sign. You feel more comfortable with them? Okay, so you don't have to sign it, but wait for your hearing. Oh, wait, Ms. Treadwell, sorry, I need to swear you to this.
Yeah.
Raise your hand, Ms. Treadwell. Is your name Brianna Treadwell?
One, two, three. After the same thing, 30. So, right.
No, probably. I might take off the.
It'll be your stuff. It's not under. Well, I'm doing.
So get the buy one.
I'm decided.
Older than you.
Oh, yeah, I should have said.
Oh, what is
I'll take the meat. No, wait.
Oh, wait. I need to.
Oh, yeah. Just fill in the name.
Tomorrow's meeting was really well, just a heads up. MIA is when.
Thank you.
Oh, at least you get a heads up. So I don't.
Yeah, I was. I want to go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I actually was super helpful.
You should try. But I have. Okay. I'll.
Stop letting, just stop.
Okay, so go ahead.
Hello, I've done the questions. Supposed to be.
At least you got a heads up.
Yes, exactly.
I wonder how. You know? See what they're there. I like the trial setting.
That too, see, it's already still, it's like, if you want to do it, yes.
Then I want you to multiple actions.
And it's.
That's going to be. Very Did you? The condition. She worked whenever they do training. But we're gonna have about my daughter's friend, which we know from my son, I believe it was that. She's a less different.
Well, actually, don't.
That's also like what they call them. They were things now. Yeah.
I had never seen that.
That's great. So that's one I first seen.
They were breaking the back again.
These are the one. This is this thing.
It's still yeah.
Not well.
We're trying to switch days so fast. So far, you're gonna zero. Yes.
Today you were. Yeah.
I come in. Scary. That's so y'all are in one time, especially but if you go on. She will drop it.
I don't like
Yeah.
And you
Can we just miss?
Oh, you always, you know, now, yeah, you know, they already broke up with us. So I am,
Yeah, hers mine's a lot. Mine will be a professional thing.
I'm probably at work. Yeah, I'm so scared. She didn't really settle. That's true. I'm sure that will want to be on Friday.
Don't forget about it.
Never, there's never.
Yeah, no, I don't have to.
I think the mortality, because it's been first two trials for of someone just.
Yeah.
That's all during that government better private face. Yeah, I mean, it's just different.
Story.
Please, Judge Harold is
Irish.
even if like a.
Lie like a bus.
Not this time.
Yeah.
You just said.
Hey, are you ready? Are you guys ready? I'm sorry, I had a meeting back there. You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, come up, Ms. Treadwell. All right, so Ms. Treadwell, you're charged with 2 counts of driving while intoxicated. I think the agreement is they're going to dismiss 1, right?
That's correct, Your Honor.
Is it 18 month this time or is it 15 month?
It is
It's
18
18
months this
months.
time.
Okay, so Ms. Treadwell, like I said, you're charged with 2 counts of driving while intoxicated. You have worked out an agreement where they're going to dismiss one of those cases in exchange for your plea bargain agreement. On the second case, the agreement is 180 days in jail to be probated for 18 months. As part of this agreement, you will do a TRAS, which you have already done to comply with the TRAS conditions. You will do a DWI repeat offender education class, 4 victim impact panels, no breath test refusal, meaning that if you were pulled over in a car, an officer asks you to submit a breath test, you must do it while you're on this probation. If you don't, then you're in violation of this agreement. You must do no drugs, no alcohol, random testing, $100 on donation to the Houston Food Bank, 20 hours of community service. You do have children, right? I think that we would better serve a parenting class instead of the 20 hours of just mindless.
Yes.
Are you okay with that, Blaze? A parenting class in lieu of the community service? Okay. You give up a lot of rights by entering into this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accuser. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal once you accept this agreement. There's no turning around. There's no coming back. You are on a probation. If you violate this probation, we will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will be looking at 180 days in jail. If you do, you understand. Okay. Does she have any prior DWIs?
No, Your Honor.
This is
No,
just these two?
these two,
Okay.
yes.
How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? Okay, I'm gonna find you guilty. I'm gonna follow the agreement, sentence you to it. Now she's going into treatment. Does she go in now?
It's up to you. I can have her do a walkthrough or she can wait in custody. It's about a 2-month wait.
We would request if she could remain out in the community until.
You have a scram on now?
She does.
I don't know what device she has.
What does she have on now?
There's a both scram and a GPS.
Okay, I'm okay with that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm okay with waiting on the outside. Just remember, you're still under bond condition while you're waiting. If you fail to turn yourself in, a warrant will issue and you're looking at a ton of time. You understand? So don't do anything you shouldn't do because it's only going to end up with a further sentence. You understand? Okay, so you going to get in contact with her when the bed opens up and then she goes?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, ma'am. Now, you need to understand for the rest of your life, when you get pulled over, all officers look or how many DWIs that you have. You ever have a funky smell in your car, whatever it is, it's probably not going to go well. So for the rest of your life, even if something magical happens where you're going out and you have half a glass of wine, don't get into a car. From now on, you're also facing a minimum of 30 days in jail. You understand? Okay, good luck, man.
Courthouse, Judge?
You can run a CC. Okay, all right, good luck. Please see.
Well, this way I'll come back. You want to wait for a dresser. Yes.
Hi, Ray.
Hi, Judge.
What's new, man? Are we hearing your girl?
Yes. The other day you and I spoke and you said you emailed pretrial about it and said, let's wait to see what pretrial says before.
I haven't even seen it.
No, I haven't seen anything back either. But we'd agreed not to put it on for Friday. I failed to tell Victoria not to put it on for Friday, so it's on for tomorrow.
I just wanted to make sure that was what you wanted to do.
What are we doing? I don't even remember.
So this is the one, it's a BVR with whatever.
When are we putting it on?
So it's for April 30th was the next reset date. We wanted to see if there was anybody that could tell us what the lab reports.
I forgot to even look to see if they replied to me. When I looked.
I haven't seen, unless he didn't reply to all, I haven't seen anything, but it doesn't mean they didn't reply to all.
You never replied.
Yeah, so I think it would kind of be fruitless to even have anything until we know a little bit more as far as are those medications.
Find out who the supervisor of the hit.
I think we would just need to subpoena somebody from Aver Health to come testify about it because it's, from what I've been told, it gets sent out to Aver Health. And somebody there would be somebody who could tell us whether it was a false positive.
Who's in charge of pretrial services again? Who's like the head person?
Name is Natalie. I can't pronounce her last name.
I know who you're talking about. Okay, let me email her.
Okay, so can we take it off for tomorrow until we get a response on this?
Let's set it, because I don't want to forget about it. So how about we set it for a week and I'll waive the appearance?
That's fine.
And then
Did you want to put it on for?
Thursday, next Thursday.
Thursday, the 3rd, April 3rd?
You okay with that? Yep.
Well, because it's a BVR, the Friday.
Whatever you want. I don't care.
Thursday's fine. Thursday would be better for me because Friday I don't have anything, so.
No, well, let's set it for Friday.
Oh, come on. That's messed up.
All right, Ray. Happy Friday.
Okay, Thursday.
John or Harold, wait.
Oh, it's the BVR.
Can you hear me?
You said waived, right, Judge?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, Judge, so Victoria was telling me I have a guy named Ortega that I'm attached to, but I've looked, I don't believe I have a client named Ortega. Do you know what case number this is or?
You mean for the one that we were talking about earlier?
No, that was Mr. Flores. But
Okay,
this
who are
is,
you talking about?
someone named Ortega.
Ortega. Are you telling me that you have an Ortega on the docket?
I don't, but Victoria's telling me that I'm attached.
The attorney is James Landry now. They're spelled different.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
That's a completely different person, man.
My bad.
So Victoria says she's sorry. Don't
Yeah,
worry,
no
we'll
problem.
put her on probation.
No,
Yeah.
house arrest.
Yo,
House arrest, please.
really. Thanks, Harold. It's not you. It's someone
No,
else.
no, no problem. I just want to make sure it wasn't me, but thank you so much for calling me.
Thanks, friend.
You have a good day.
You too. John D.
Blaze is taking the heat.
That's all me too. I should have called it.
Judge, did you just call
Yeah,
Johnny?
hey. Okay,
Hey,
so
Judge,
John.
I'm listening, Judge.
You got Hunter back there.
No, page 39, white.
Sorry, White.
Why? Yeah, so basically I came in and I talked to Richard yesterday. His felony is 4-8 and Rich was gonna evaluate it. And, you know, I can set it for trial and he thinks that, you know, he's gonna talk to felony and see if he can, you know, do something else with it. But I know it's on your docket for a while. We've been carrying.
What do you
it
say?
with
What do you
felony.
think?
So, I mean,
Kind of sucks that it's a mischief, though.
Right.
You know? He's been in custody forever, though. I mean,
right, and he's,
restitutions.
and that's the thing, Judge, I think he's stuck in there on the felony, it's a state jail, I think he was just.
He's stuck in there on our case, too.
In our case.
He didn't make $100 bond.
Yeah, so. And I think, Your Honor, I was trying to get a hold of the complainant. I know it's old.
What's the alleged mischief?
It is, Your Honor,
It's a hotel room, Judge.
yeah, there was a hotel room,
He also a vehicle.
he also had a vehicle, so he punctured a tire and planned the vehicle, 230 bucks, and then there was a.
I don't know, you want to set it for 4-9? And then that's the
I'm
last.
fine with that,
reset?
Judge.
Okay. We have an offer on there, but I told John that I can evaluate, see if felony.
Okay, do that. Let's have a decision, hopefully by.
I will have.
All right, we'll set it for 4-9, day after.
You got it, Judge. That's perfect. I think that's the only one in question. Everything else.
No, you got Hunter.
Yeah, Hunter, I think we're waiting for 911, Judge, and I think the state was still evaluating
That's an
that.
early case.
Yeah, it's an early case. I didn't think there was an issue on that one.
May 6th through 8th.
May 6th through the 8th. Wait, May?
Just pick
Only
this.
93 days old. So it's like.
We're already in May?
I did some.
What
June,
the
too.
hell? June?
Yeah, for arraignments, 2 months out.
Holy moly.
So sure.
So what do you say, John?
Yeah, whatever, Victoria, just pick a date. I'm good with it.
7, May 7th.
Perfect.
Okay,
Okay, so White is good to go back.
is that it? We done?
That's it, Judge. That's it.
We're done with John.
I gotta go
Thank
do
you
my
for your
taxes, man.
patience, Judge. Judge, may I be excused over now?
Yeah, thanks, Sean. Have fun, man.
Everybody have a great day. Yeah, you, thank you. Bye-bye.
Those conditions, or
Yeah.
venue conditions for Spears? John.
He left.
I'll.
Okay.
Judge, page 26, the Leah set for arraignment failed to appear first time.
2501.
Also, I called Hunter and emailed him a couple of times for the in custody case.
Who?
Page 31, Aaron, he didn't answer.
Okay, roll it to tomorrow, and then I'll reach out to him.
I'll do the same with page 13, Ortega,
Okay,
because there's a motion to sub, so maybe,
yeah.
I mean, hot potato, I don't know.
Okay. Is that it?
Yes.
All right, guys, we're done. Have a wonderful afternoon. Oh, Judge. I'm almost done, man. I like.
On Amanda Eldridge, did you take a bond of 600? That was, confirmed.
Yeah, I think so.
I saw you did a bail order and I wrote down the number, but I confirmed. It was a.
Did I say that?
It said 15, it may have been something else.
No.
You generated a bill order, but you didn't fill it out. It was
Yes, that's right, 1,500. Let me do that.
It should be in your queue.
Actions.
On Sundays, it was pretty.
So,
Yeah. I don't know. I didn't get nothing. So anything is allowed. I mean, anything is allowed.
Save yourself. It's like a.
Yes, right, dude. It'd be great if there was like a wetland that day too. See y'all
Tomorrow.
Oh, hey, great. Yes.
What are we on?
So the MHA, I have some takeaway questions. And I'm just gonna hold them there, and I'll just stand on. Yeah, I haven't heard it. She already got a reset, so. Yeah.
Here's your recusal. I had to redo it.
I need to talk to you.
Jumping into
Uh-oh.
many conditions later on.
Is it about my raise?
I'm not worried about it right now. I'm more worried with the condition, the new conditional information. So I'm
Sounds
just
like a
gonna,
no.
I have in my notes like what you're going to do, like judge is gonna make conditions.
Mhm.
I'm gonna dismiss the new case. You just need to do X, Y, Z.
Okay, okay.
Hey, Trey, heads up, there's gonna be a recusal from. Yeah.
So I don't go to church. You say that, judge.
Ramirez.
Signed to for the end?
Mhm.
Okay.